Do you have pattern papers in your stash that are so cute you've wanted to just cut them up and use them up as embellishments? Hi, I'm Jess from JessCrafts.com and I'm here to help you make the most of your crafty supplies and time. So let's get making. Today I have a paper where I could see myself easily just cutting out all of these cute little elements. However, I understand that that would take a lot of time, fussy cutting is not for everyone, and a lot of the pieces I would only get partial cuts. So I wanted to think of another idea because I do like the idea of using these as embellishments, but without the fussy cutting. So today I'm going to be working, this is a 6x6 pattern paper, Newton's Nook Designs, A Dog's Life. And I'm sure you can find other pattern papers like this. I feel like I've seen papers like this before where I've been tempted to cut out the different elements. I think things that have animals or creatures or people, like, would be very common, but there might be some other ways you could adjust this idea as well. But I am going to combine the 6x6 pattern paper with 6x6 paper busting template for 5x7 cards, number 12. I have a new pack in the Etsy shop for 5x7 cards with 6x6 patterned paper. It is templates 11 through 20. 11 is available for free download. It has been available for a while, but I finally completed it up to 20, and so you can purchase the entire pack in the Etsy shop if you feel like it's a good fit, if you like to make 5x7 cards. If 5x7 cards are not for you, I do think there are several other of my 6x6 for A2 card sketches that could work similarly. The main idea here is to have a large focal point piece, and so that worked out really well with a 5x7 card, but I think as long as you're using like a 3x3 square, it would be big enough for this paper and for a lot of others, because you can imagine if you were to cut this paper here into 3x3 squares, it would be enough that you would have like complete or almost complete dogs on every single piece. So let's get started with our cutting. Using tools like paper trimmers, please follow all manufacturer's safety instructions. So I am using 6x6 paper busting template number 12. However, I am not going to cut all the pieces from one sheet of paper. I'm going to really take advantage of this dog paper, and I'm going to cut my 3x6 inch pieces from this paper and the rest of my pieces from a secondary coordinating paper, also from the same paper pack. And so I'll cut two 3x6 inch pieces, which is what's called for here down the center, out of this dog paper. So just trim that real quick. And then the other pieces that I need are going to be 1.5 by 6. So I will cut four 1.5 by 6 pieces out of this sheet, and that will make 2 cards. So because I'm using 2 pieces of paper, it makes 2 cards. 1 piece of paper if you wanted to use the backside, which you absolutely could. It would look really cute, but I, again, wanted to just make more cards. So they would make 1 card per sheet. So then here I will cut these to 1.5 by 6 inches each, and then the next step I'm going to need some cardstock mats. My cardstock mats are going to be super simple. I'm going to use this yellow cardstock from Recollections, and I am going to make mats that are 1/4 inch bigger. So this is 3x6, so it'll be 3.25 by 6.25, and then these are 1.5 by 6, so it'll be 1 3/4 by 6.25 inch mats. So I'm wondering if I cut off 6.25, I think that's going to leave me, I'm trying to do the math real quick in my head, 6.25, it leaves me with 2.25. So I have enough to cut the other mats that I will need. So I can cut this piece here down to 1 3/4. Although actually that'll only get me one of the mats that I need. That's kind of the tricky thing about cutting these from 8.5 by 11 cardstock is the mats for these 5x7 cards can be kind of large, and so I'm not always getting the most efficient, but it also does mean it's really fast card making. So then I'm going to cut these to 3.25. Because I know I need 3.25 several times, I can multiply it out. So I'm at 9 3/4, then 6.5, and then 3.25. And that allows me to cut just a little bit faster. And I cut 2 sheets of each of this paper because there were 2 sheets in this collection. And I thought these are going to be such simple, encouraging cards. It would be great to have a bunch of them. A lot of organizations like cards that are just like everyday encouragement cards. And that's how I'm going to style these today. And then that piece that is left over, unfortunately, is 1 1/4, so I can't use it. So I am going to need one more 3 1/4 inch mat and then a bunch more of these 1 3/4 by 6 1/4 inch mats. All right, let's assemble the card and look at how we're really going to take advantage of this super cute patterned paper. So I took these 1 1/2 by 6 inch pieces and I put them in the top corners on each side of the 5 by 7 card. And then I took a scrap of cardstock and I placed it down here on the center because this bigger piece is going to be kind of stretching across those. And with it being a little bit thicker, this kind of just helps everything lay really clean and flat. And then I placed some adhesive so that this panel will stick. And this is my basic card design. Now, I think, honestly, you could just like take a sentiment die. I have one from, I think this is from Whimsy Stamps, like put a sentiment on the bottom and it's fine because it is like embellished with all these cute little dogs. However, I wanted to take that idea a step further. And so I have these speech bubbles. They're in a scrapbook.com tray. These speech bubbles are from Lawn Fawn and it's all the speech bubbles coordinating die set, but I didn't use the stamp set. I just cut out the speech bubbles. And I kind of knew when I purchased the stamp set that that is something that I would probably want to do. And I really wanted to make sure I purchased the dies for that reason. I do like that there's so many little sentiments that will fit on there. So I did get the stamps and dies. However, I think it's worth considering just even purchasing the die set because you can stamp so many different little sentiments on it. And if you like little critters at all, and as you can see, I didn't have to color critters to use critters. I could be pairing this with like already die cut out critters as well. So that's where those came from. And then the sentiments, basically what I'm hoping to assemble here is the little doggies saying, "We're here to say, you are possum, and we all agree." And so I want to spread my sentiments and my speech bubbles across the card so that it reads in that order. And it's going to look a little bit different on each card. However, I'm going to keep to that order. And the things that I thought about is, well, first off, I did find these across several different Lawn Fawn sets, but I think that you could have made it work with even just the sentiments that came with the speech bubbles in terms of just making a card. But I like punny sentiments. So I picked the "You Are Possum" from the Simply Celebrate Critters add-on. And then the Simply Celebrate More Critters has "We're Here to Say, and we all agree." And so I like this. I mean, I love this whole line. I have, I think I have them all. I've used them on several cards, but I think those sentiments are really helpful in terms of if you're wanting to have a lot of critters talk at one time or across a card like this. Okay, so then I also made sure that I picked a variety of shapes. So what's nice about the sentiment or the die set is that the little like speech bubble arrows face in different directions, so you can really kind of customize it, and you have a lot of choices here in terms of size and shape and things like that. And that allowed me to add a variety, because I think if I would either do them all the same or all different, because I think that that adds some interest, and all the same gives it consistency. So something to consider. And then I would consider, you could just glue these right down. They are already going to have a little bit of dimension because they are not, the same layer as the cardstock or as the patterned paper. Or you could pop them up a little bit for some added interest. But then basically that's it for my card today. I will make 4 of these in all, so I will arrange these speech bubbles a little bit different on each card. But hopefully this has given you an idea of what to do when you have a pattern paper like this that, you almost want to cut apart all the little stuff because they're so cute. You think they would be great embellishments, but here's how to turn them into embellishments without the fussy cutting. If you found this video helpful, here's another video where you can find more ideas for enjoying your crafty time and supplies. Let me know you like this video with a share to your crafty community, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the next template or tutorial, and check the video description for product links. See you in the next video.